I'm Law. Welcome back to another video. Now, we're doing a new what if. This is a what if of what if Asta was an Attack on Titan, but with a twist. Anyways, this what if is gonna contain spoilers for both Attack on Titan and the Black Clover Sword of the Wizard King movie. So I highly recommend you guys check those out. They're really good. Especially that Black Clover movie. Like, we Black Clover fans were eating that day when it was released. But anyways, I'm talking too much. I hate long intros, so let's begin. This story takes place after Asta had defeated Conrad Leto, using both his anti-magic and the power of the Imperial Sword. Because Asta used the Imperial Sword, it would be the first time Asta would have magic, though something unexpected would happen. Asta would be exhausted, and he would land down to the ground. However, a spatial distortion would happen, leading to a portal opening below him. The reason for the spatial distortion was because Asta and Conrad were exuding so much mana in the area that it would lead to the area warping, causing a spatial distortion, leading to a portal opening. Asta barely had time to process this, but was too late, and Asta was already in the portal, leading to who knows where. When Asta was in the portal, he would be in a red and black void, filled with the strange energies affecting his body. Keep in mind, Asta was still holding the Imperial Sword, and because of the void and the sword, his body began to mutate in an unexpected way. You can sort of imagine of the void like the bleed in DC Comics, if you know about the DC multiverse. Just think of the bleed. Another spatial distortion would happen within the void, and Asta would be flung back and pass out later. Asta would soon wake up to see blue skies and that he was currently in a grassy field. He would sit up, but something was off about his body. He looked down to see his entire left arm and torso was covered in blue-like crystal energy, with his left eye and left side of his hair being blue in color. Asta would freak out and yell what the hell was going on with him and how did this happen. He would then get a huge headache and drop to his knees, writhing in pain. He would then see flashes of past Wizard Kings and all of his friends that gave their magic power to the Imperial Sword. He would scream in agony for a good minute until the pain stopped, and he actually got to understand what may have happened to his body. I have magic. However, before he can ponder on it some more, he felt the ground shaking and looked to see 7 naked giant people, some running, some walking towards him. What the hell? Where the hell am I? Asta yelled, getting up and being a bit grossed out by these beings by taking a few steps back. One of these creatures tried to grab Asta, but Asta was a lot faster and could dodge all of these attempts. Soon more of these creatures came and tried to grab Asta, with Asta dodging them, still freaked out and trying to understand what these guys' deal was. One even tried to bite him, and at that moment Asta knew that these things were trying to eat him. So Asta used his newly acquired mana and used wind magic to fly up in the air just high enough so that these giants wouldn't reach him. Asta encased these giants in sand magic, preventing them from moving. That is correct, everyone. This is the twist for Asta. Asta has the Imperial Sword fused within his body. Now, the reason why Asta has multiple magic types is because in the Black Clover movie, the Imperial Sword doesn't just absorb mana. It also absorbs a part of a person's soul and the spells and the magic types of the target. And Asta, considering he has past Wizard Kings and various mages of their magic power in the sword, Asta now technically has almost every magic type within the series of Black Clover. Well, at least almost every magic type before the Spade arc. Back to the story. Now, Asta would have killed these beings, but something about their ki felt off. They felt like humans, although their minds seemed warped, clouded, more animalistic, if anything. Asta wanted to investigate this some more and used a different type of magic to see what these things are exactly. The magic he would use was memory magic. Asta touched one of these creatures and examined its memories. Asta found that this creature was a human male that came from a country called Marley until he was turned into this thing called a Titan. Asta would have accessed more of the memories, but he didn't want to breach more privacy than he already did. He did the same for another Titan and found the same result that this Titan was a human woman. Asta floated back as he contemplated that if he should kill these creatures and put them out of their misery. Wait, I got it. That's it. Also remember he had literally almost every magic type in the Clover Kingdom and knows the perfect spell to revert these titans back into humans. He used time magic, chronostasis, to revert the titans back into humans. However, when he did this, they would be unconscious and completely naked. So Asta took the liberty of using Vanessa's thread magic to make them some clothes and cover themselves up. Now Asta was left with a bit of a problem, such as where exactly would he take these people? As he was thinking this, one of the humans would wake up feeling a bit nauseous but look to see Asta. He then realized he was no longer a Titan and began to cry in joy. Asta would smile at this and the other humans would wake up and be overwhelmed in joy to be human again. I'm glad that we're human again, but where exactly do we go from here? Well, I was thinking we can find civilization, and maybe we can try to explain to their leader what happened. The previous Titans would agree to this and would look at Asta in anticipation. What? Aren't you guys gonna... Oh, that's right. This world doesn't have any magic, Asta said, face palming himself as he'd wondered which magic he should use for this situation. Spatial magic would have been good, but he had to have been in the location before so we can teleport there. So Asta decided to use steel magic to make a cart big enough for everyone to fit in. Upon seeing this, the previous Titans had their jaws dropped in shock and amazement and looked at Asta as if he was some sort of god. The humans entered the cart and both it and Asta began to float in the air, again shocking the humans as they flew in the air looking for any form of human civilization. As they were flying in the air, the people would ask Asta questions, saying, is he a god? Where did he come from? And what other abilities does he have? Asta did his best to answer those questions, but he left some things unsaid as he thought it may bite him in the ass if he revealed too much. Luckily, they didn't have to fly for too long as they saw a very large wall covering a city. But as Asta got closer, he can tell something was wrong with such as there was a destroyed gate and various titans entering the broken gate. Asta quickly quickened his speed, surprising the aliens as they made their way to the top of the wall, shocking various soldiers that a man and a cart were just flying and landed on a wall beside them. They didn't have a chance to ask who he was, as Asta flew towards the gate and used earth magic to seal up the wall. Asta then used Gauche's mirror magic to make 12 clones of himself, as they were then sent out to save various cadets using spatial magic to teleport them on top of the wall, while also using time magic to change the Titans back into humans. Am I dreaming? Sasha said in disbelief, seeing several short men with blue at their side carrying people through portals and turning Titans back into people. It's a miracle, one of the cadets said. As the original Asta continues to save people, he would notice that a Titan would be fighting another Titan. Asta could read the key from this Titan, telling he was exuding nothing but rage for the Titans. However, Asta couldn't let him kill this Titan, so Asta subdued the Titan with ice, then turned the pure Titan back into a human. As the Titan was encased in ice, it started to dissolve, revealing a boy to which Asta teleported at the top of the wall. Asta then continued to save more cadets such as Mina, Franz, and Tom. This lasted 3 minutes as all the Titans were defeated, and the casualty rate was heavily reduced. Asta flew back down to see various cadets both amazed and on guard as they held up their swords, wondering who this guy was. Um, Hi there, I'm Asta, Asta said, trying to defuse the situation. The scouts were still on guard until Jean stepped up, asking who he was, where he came from, and how he was able to do that. He was also still railing from the fact that Titans had literally just turned into humans. Well, I'm Asta from Hodge Village in the Clover Kingdom, and I was able to do this because I have magic. Everyone looked at Asta as if he was joking, but they just saw this man fly and turn Titans into humans and didn't know what to believe anymore. In the back, Rainer, Annie, and Bertolt were also on edge as this unexpected arrival, as he could be a massive wrench in their plans. The cadets then decided it would be best if the commanders and captains arrived to see what to do with him, though they still kept a close eye on the ashen-haired teen. Also then asked if they have anyone that needs healing, to which they said yes, and also used plant recovery magic to remove to recover any severed limbs, cuts, and fatal injuries, again shocking the cadets, just wondering who exactly this man is. As the previous Titans turned back into humans woke up, they would be in cheers of joy, no longer being monster, thanking Asta for his help, some even going as far as to call Asta a god that has descended from the heavens. The reinforcements and commanders would arrive, and they would see something was off. Not necessarily in a bad way, but just something off about the walls and the people in general, such as the gate being covered in earth and stone, several people that weren't a part of the military on top of the wall, and many of the cadets having a more hopeful, happy expression on their faces, while a lot of them were actually keeping their eye on a muscular man that had blue on his side and was lying on his back looking at the sky. For Asta, while he was glad that he could help these people, he was still wondering how he can get back home. His thoughts were interrupted when Captain Levi and Hanji approached him. They brought him to a room and questioned who he was. Asta gave them honest answers, saying that he was not from here, and he also has the ability to use magic, which is why he can turn Titans back into humans and do all those incredible things back in Trost. Asta even showed them proof when he created a ball of water out of nowhere and poured it in a glass. Hanji, seeing this, was excited about seeing someone that has supernatural powers and asked Asta more questions, with Asta being overwhelmed by her excitement, though Levi was still cautious about this person. Then again, though, he could be of more use for finding out more secrets about the world that they live in. It was a good thing that Asta was very cooperative, as there really wasn't a prison or chamber that can actually hold a man who can literally teleport anywhere. They also questioned the previous adult Titans that had recently been turned humans. A majority of them said they came from Marley, and that they were turned into Titans as punishment for breaking their laws, or that they were part of the Eldian restoration. He also explained how Eldians are treated by both Marlians and the remaining outside world in general. When all of this got to Erwin, he was actually quite happy that he now knows there are other humans outside the walls. But not only are the Titans, but then again though, now that not only the Titans are concerned, but the fact that other nations are pretty hostile toward the island of Paradis. But that can be worried later. The elephant in the room was obviously Asta and his extraordinary abilities. Sometime later, the council would accept that Asta would be a part of the Scouts regiment and would help in various sections to help take back Gual Maria, then let humanity be free from the walls. When the news came that Titans were actually humans and that people lived outside the walls, there was a lot of mixed reactions, some worried, scared, while others were hopeful, happy, and shocked. However, problem came with the nobility and the fake king of Paradis, as now people know there are people outside the walls and that humans are Titans. But before we get into that, let's go back to Asta, as he was currently with the newly graduated cadets talking to them. Oh, by the way, I need to mention that Aaron actually discovered that he was a Titan. He actually made a cut for himself and realized that it can heal, but was also placed in the scouts and he decided to use his own abilities to help humanity in any way he could. So anyways, back to the story. So what's your world like? What other magic do you have? What are the people in your world like? Sasha, Armin, and Connie asked the ashen haired teen, to which he explained that in his world everyone had magic, and he resided in the Clover Kingdom, one of the four countries in the continent. He also tells him that he is a magic knight, which is essentially part of the Clover military. For magic types, he just said a lot. For the people in the world, especially his squad, he would say that they're amazing people. Everyone in the military would be fascinated by Asa and thinks they can actually have a future in this world with his help. However, the three that didn't like this were Annie, Reiner, and Bertolt, as he didn't know what to do with this unexpected arrival. He was stronger than any of their titans, and he was letting people know too much about the outside world. Plus, they still needed to get the founding titan. Maybe by some chance they find an opening, they can get both Asa and Aaron. Well, for Aaron for his attack titan. Asa was the talk of the town as he was helping restore buildings and trust and healing injuries of civilians. There are actually quite a lot of people that called him God Asta or Lord Asta. To which Asta would, simply say that he's not a god, that he's just a guy trying to help. Asta would then be summoned to the king's chambers to essentially make him cooperate with them by saying he can't really just go about doing whatever he wants and telling people there are more people outside the world and turning titans back into humans. But Asta would disagree with them and completely disregard them. They tried to shoot down Asta, but Asta used barrier magic to block all the bullets that were aiming at him. He could also tell that the king in front of him wasn't even awake and used the portal to bring Pixis and Erwin to essentially show the memories of these nobles that the king is a fake and that the real one is probably a noble within the wall. The nobles and MPs within the conspiracy were under arrest, and garrisons and scouts were also tasked with finding the real heir to the throne. And that's it. Let me know what you think about it. Also, I know that this audio and what if is less in quality than my regular what ifs, such as the Asta Shazam what if, and it's also not AI. Like, as a matter of fact, I actually want to know something. Tell me, do you guys like AI voice? No, not AI voice. Text to speech what if videos, or should I just use my regular voice? But yeah, I just want to, post some more content, just more Black Clover what ifs, without really thinking too much of it. Cause like with a lot of quality what if videos, like they take quite a while. So I'm just gonna post whatever. Like it's fine. Like I'm just so. I guess that's really it. Anyways, I'll see you later. Peace.